All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Chris's Sports Corner. Real quick, man. Hope everybody's having a great, let's say great Monday, man. So let's jump right into it, man. Dennis Schröder has made it very clear he want to start. All right. Before I say that, man, before we really dive into it, I just want to say thank you everybody for supporting the channel. Thank everybody for watching, viewing. Please hit that like button. It really helps out the channel a lot. More than you guys could think. That like button means a lot, so please hit it. That's how these videos get out. That's how the algorithm view the engagement. So just make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Also, continue to hit me up on social media, all that good stuff that I always say. Dennis Schröder. Now, I'm a big fan of this signing. Let me just say this from the beginning. I'm a very, did I mention very big fan of this signing. It's a signing that I really like because I don't think he takes Rondo plays far as experience and IQ wise, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. Now, let me say this. Him coming out and saying he wants to be a starter. So he apparently, before this trade was official, he made that clear through his agent, through his representative to the Lakers that, hey, I want to start. And apparently the Lakers agreed with that. Now I'm gonna tell you some good and some bad with this. All right, let's talk about some good. I think that takes some of the ball pressure off of LeBron. Right? Like LeBron don't have to carry the ball up every time. It's kind of minimize his usage rate a little bit. Dennis Schröder is definitely someone who can get in there, who can penetrate and dish. And that can help him as well. Now, he is more of a scorer than your typical point guard. But I will say that I believe that, him being around LeBron, learning, can really help him as well as far as playing that role. And, I mean, who's better to learn from as far as being a point guard than LeBron James? Because regardless of what we say, LeBron James is a natural point guard. He's a big one. He's a natural point guard. That's why one of the things, too, a lot of people compare him to Jordan. I'm like, I don't think it's a fair comparison. He should be compared more to Magic. That's my opinion. Let me know if you agree with that down below. But something else I will say, man, is you can see the difference in attitude. And I like it. These are not guys that just happy to be here. Like, yeah, appreciate it. Champions, Lakers, got it. But I want to come in. I want to make an impact, and I want to play. And I want to play at a high level. And in Schroeder's mind, I want to start. Guaranteeing. Now, I got to talk a little negative here. Guaranteeing someone a starting spot is iffy. Now, I kind of like it, but then I kind of don't because I wanted that strong bench. I didn't want that huge drop off when LeBron leaves. That was one of the things that bothered me most. And if we're gonna be 100% honest, that's even when Anthony Davis was on the floor. It still felt like that drop off when LeBron wasn't on the floor, especially as far as ball movement, getting everyone involved. It's like a huge drop off. So I figured you having Schroder, Montrez, a lot of these guys coming off the bench, then you kind of feel a lot more. Okay, our bench ain't gonna have that drop off. With him being injected into the starting lineup, now you're moving LeBron to a 2 or 3. So you got KCP out there, and then Kyle Kuzma. No, maybe Anthony Davis. I'm sorry, I ain't wrote this down yet, but Anthony Davis, Marc Gasol. It's interesting, and me personally, I prefer Schroeder to come off the bench. Now, one of the things that I really would have rather was for him to come off the bench, mainly because I felt like you wanted that Montrez Schroeder thing to. It's like and I don't hope nobody take this wrong way, no pun intended, like that. But I thought Montrez and Lou Williams coming off the bench was almost just as scary as Paul George and Kawhi Leonard on the floor. Now, come on, people. Stop having recency bias. I get it. I'm not talking about the bubble. Overall, I said it on this channel before. Lou Williams, once he get cooking, that guy is scary. All right, now I get the bubble. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the whole season. I know we like look at things in a microscope, but I'm talking about the whole season here. When Lou Williams came in, you seen a certain level. You seen a certain level of just scoring and proficiency. And let's be honest, a lot of times he was the closer for that team. Like he would he would guarantee you some buckets. So it's so I'm kind of hoping that same kind of thing with Schroder and Trez coming off the bench. You also still have Caruso, who I'm a big fan of, and sometimes with Caruso, it's not even so much a fan of his play. I'm just a fan of his effort. I love somebody to give that effort. So you got Schroder, you got Caruso, Kuzma, like so. It's still it's gonna be interesting. Frank Vogel got his work cut out, and I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if Rob put him in the best position. I'm quite sure. Let me give Rob credit because he's been that guy as far as GM this year, as far as president, whatever, of basketball operations. But I hope he spoke with Frank Vogel and Frank Vogel kind of visualized how he can have Schroeder in the lineup. Now I'm quite sure it's gonna be some staggering, right? Like it's gonna be all right. You may start and got LeBron, and then LeBron go out take it. And then you'll come out while LeBron playing. You'll go back in. And you kind of so they can play off of each other. But then I guess it's really, really dangerous to have all Schroeder, Bron, AD all on the floor at one time. And then that bench, to me, it's just going to be interesting, guys. I can't wait to see the starting lineup, what it's going to look like, mainly because I want to see how they fit it all in. I want to see what the bench look like. One of the things that scared me, like I mentioned earlier, was the fact that when LeBron went off the court at time, it didn't look the same. The offense did not look the same. And I think that, Trey's going to definitely help in that area. But at the same time, we got to see. We got to see. Because me personally, the more and more I'm having this conversation, I prefer to see Schroeder come off the bench. Not because of who he is, or not because I don't think he's a starter. I definitely think he's a starter in this league. But for this team, I think they need that 1-2 punch to keep that pressure on. Especially from the point guard position. I'm quite sure they'll figure out a way to make that thing work, man. He's there now, so, I'm just still in my mind trying to wrap my head around a lineup. I'm thinking Schroeder, LeBron, AD. You can write those three in. KCP, and Gasol. So you still got Kuzma, Trez, Caruso, who else probably getting that line? Wesley Matthews. I ain't even thought about him. See, it's a lot. It's good to have the talent, but knowing how the talent mesh and how to fit those pieces perfectly is going to be the challenge here. So with that being said, guys, Dennis Schröder said he want to be a starter. He pretty much been guaranteed a starting role. So we'll see how that plays. Until next time, guys, you guys be great. I see you guys probably later on today, because I got another video coming up. So thanks again for the support, and I'll see you guys later.